and he's ready to go. Noodle on his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Wake and Jake in the morning, Wake and Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Good morning, Bakers. Good morning, Jake. Shut up. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. I'm taking the hater blockers off for now because I kind of couldn't see. So that's on me.
Yeah, that's the trade-off.
BBD, first double shorts episode in a minute.
Yeah.
And that means...
You said yesterday on JJR, new JJR out.
Ad.
That shorts season begins today.
Short season is back officially. I'm popping out the chat right now. That's how you know it's short season. Johnny, Zendino, Devin, Evan, Al, Matt, Jill, Travis. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to you. We're basically home. We're almost home free. Big week.
In 1 hour, for me, it'll feel like I am home.
The biggest hour. Man, it's been a crazy week here, just getting everything prepped. We're 1 week from opening day. Trevor Plouffe Juice will be in here a week from today. That'll be a good time. That's going to be a lot of fun.
We bring him in studio for that Wake and Jake episode?
Ooh, yeah, we might have to juggle that because Yankees pregame.
Oh, so yeah, it'll probably be like at 10.
We'll see when the lineup comes out, if everyone's healthy. They've been doing the early lineup stuff.
Will be a game time decision.
So it might be an eggs and pregame show and Wake and Jake. We'll see what's going on. Maybe we'll get Plouffe Juice going. He would love that. So I think no.
Yeah, he would love to get to record something in this room, I think.
We got to play hard to get a little bit. So he would love to record something in this room. Is he going to be on the pregame show?
It's not on the schedule.
We've got a lot to figure out still. A little behind the scenes. We've got a big John Boy Media Company meeting tomorrow, which will be a weird mix of fun and work. Before we do any of that, guys, Sweet 16 is this weekend. Great slate of basketball. NBA trade deadline is today. BB Woj, people are saying. I was trying to decide, would a big baby Woj? That still ends in Woj, though. Adrian Babrian Wojner Davis? I need a way to combine
those two names.
I need a way to combine your guys'
just like
names.
Big Baby Bomb is pretty easy.
Big Baby Bomb, okay. Okay. So we
I
might.
know you promised people I had some. I don't.
I know, but
gotta suck them in.
That's the cheese. BBD and Wake and Jake tradition. We'll start out with the game of the night. It's the game that all of you are talking about. All the tweets coming in. You need to talk about it. It's the biggest game in NBA history. Tears on the court. BBD, your Orlando Magic / Magic Sam's Orlando Magic.
Yeah, he and I have been in touch.
Versus Cole Tucker's Phoenix Suns in the Boogie Down. It's in Orlando.
I have been in touch.
It's in Orlando.
You wouldn't know from just the court because the Magic wore their orange uniforms and used their orange court. And it's like, what are you doing? It's one thing if you have those, but I got going on too early. But
I know
you're playing the Suns, and that's their color.
SVP's been on it, and he thinks it's like his old man thing, like he's getting old. No, like the NBA jerseys are getting out of hand. Guys.
My brother sent me a screenshot of the Rockets game the other day when they were wearing, I think, their baby blue against the Nuggets, and my brother just sent me a screenshot and said, "Guess which team is Houston?"
Yeah, that's tough.
I had to look close.
We're tied at 102 with 4 minutes left. MCW is playing crunch time for the Magic. How about that? Michael Carter Williams, Rookie of the Year. They go up 2. Michael Carter-Williams again, free throw. Vucevic, I still don't know where I stand on Vuce. I know we've done that on here before. I guess he's just really good, and I should come to grips with that. Chris Paul, bucket, couple free throws. Jay Crowder with the big 3-point shot to tie it up at 109. Free throw fest. Magic, final possession. Evan Fournier driving layup, 112-111. Magic win. The Magic win. They're blowing their tank job. Not really. They got to win. BBD, this was a good basketball game, and as you noted, a couple Magic players are on the trade deadlock.
Yeah.
Jesus. The trade block. Death pot early. Evan Fournier, Aaron Gordon, a couple guys that are rumored a lot. This year feels like the actual year because the Magic have been half good.
They can get they're going to get a top pick because they Jonathan Isaac and Fultz
Fultz have been hurt.
Out. So it's a chance to reset, grab a few more assets for them. They're ready to make a big ad.
So watch out for the Magic today. And the other thing that made me laugh is I guess there haven't been good Magic players in a long time. But, I mean, the Magician is a perfect nickname for someone on the Magic.
Yeah.
Do people not do that?
I don't think they do. Like, people don't talk when, like, yeah, back when I was a magician. I mean, I guess the players would never have said that.
Yeah. I guess that does sound kind of dumb, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
They need,
I've never even heard it, like, as a joke about, like, Shaq's time in Orlando.
Right. They need a really good passer or a really good shot maker or someone so we can call them the Magician. Because they're the Orlando Magic. I don't know. Makes you think. So, yeah, for all of you asking for the Magic Suns game, Magic upset the Suns 112-111. More importantly, NBA trade deadline. It's already moving, BBD. What was the most recent one?
JaVale McGee.
JaVale.
Returns to the Nuggets.
Oh, wow.
It was a little while back.
Wow. JaVale McGee returns
That team's
to the Nuggets.
had a few different iterations. Since
Where was he? The
left.
Cavs?
He was with the Cavs. I believe they got Isaiah Hartenstein and like
Huge.
a couple future seconds.
Huge. What, BBD?
So the Nuggets asked for him.
Are our Knicks going to make a move today? Is it going to be big or small?
I would lean no.
Okay.
It seems like the only big move they could make is the Lonzo Ball thing, and it seems like there's too many teams in on it that they'd have to go beyond their comfort zone, and Leon doesn't do that.
Okay.
That's the sense I get.
So early Knicks rumors, no Knicks rumors. We'll see.
I mean, Orlando rumors, I will say, I've told you more than what I'm going to say here. A few days ago, I was told they had a big trade done with one of the players we've already mentioned, but he's played 2 games since then, so something happened.
BBD sources. We'll see. What are the Aaron Gordon rumors?
There's been a few teams floating around. Rockets, if they want to make a long-term play, obviously they're not really trying to help this year, but they
They're
don't.
figuring anything
I guess
out.
if they land in the top 4, somebody sent in a correction on like what their pick status is.
Okay.
Because I think it was an
Like that.
OKC fan that sent it in because they own their pick if it's within a certain spot. So he knew pretty well. Here it is. This comes from Austin.
Huge.
Says, yo, Bug Thunder fan here that listened to Wake and Jake. Want to do a quick rundown of this year's Rockets pick. As stated in the show, the pick swap with OKC is top 4 protected. So if the Rockets pick 1 to 4, then the swap doesn't convey. We just get the Heat pick. If it's outside 4, then we get the best of the 3, so that he's coming from the Thunder perspective. They get it if it's in the
Gotcha.
top 4.
Okay.
But so I assume that pick's not available.
Okay.
And there's weird protection stuff. So I've heard Rockets, Celtics, rumors. I saw another team on there.
Rumors. Yeah, I mean, there's some decent
Sixers seem like they want to do something, but they don't know what they want to do.
There's some decent names floating around. Kyle Lowry has quotes out saying this could be the end of his time in Toronto. Kyle Lowry, potential NBA Hall of Famer, which we had a lot of talks in our chat about last night. Doesn't.
He seems like the biggest for this season move that can happen.
Yeah.
At this point.
LaMarcus Aldridge, maybe. Andre Drummond seems like he's either going to get traded or cut.
He won't be on the Cavs much longer.
DeLone Wright traded for Corey Joseph. 2 seconds. Bang!
Splat.
Anything else happen? Norman Powell might get traded. John Collins, Oladipo, I guess there's been a ton of rumors.
I would expect him to move somewhere today. The Rockets, once they didn't agree to an extension, they're like, all right, well, kind of,
Yeah.
we're not trying to pay you more than anyone else is, and that's the way we would be able to keep you. So,
It's bug stuff.
yeah.
Serious bug stuff. We'll see. Maybe we'll get a Woj bomb or a BBD bomb or a Shams. Are they still Shams bombs? Does Shams drop bombs?
I don't know. I guess so.
I guess so.
I forget if he has like a
Woj bomb is just really good.
Yeah, it's hard to beat
Mafiondu
Woj bomb.
Kabengele was traded from the Clippers to the Kings.
Yeah. Thought he was traded to the Knicks at one point last year.
Yeah, he was actually pretty fun at Florida State. Dikembe Mutombo's nephew or cousin?
I think so. There's
He did some finger wag.
There's a distant relation there.
It was cool.
That's cool. That was a weird. Then the Morris trade, and they like could have had him or
Right.
Terrence Mann as just like a throw-in, and they were like, no thanks.
Yeah, like both of them. So we'll keep you updated on the NBA trade deadline as it breaks.
Shams nuke.
Shams nuke, okay. Yeah. It's like bigger than a
Sham
bomb.
slam is right there.
I like
if we
that.
had if society had decided that.
Let's bring it. That's what we do here. The Sham Slam. What was the other thing we decided on the other day? Donovan Mitchell. The Don.
The Don.
Okay, the Don. That's it. That's a layup. And Sham Slams. It's not great. I like the Don more. But BBD, let's couple touch points. I actually one of your touch points I'm saving for my bro of the night, I think. So we'll chew through it pretty quick. Matt Harvey made the Orioles?
I was going to ask if that's what
No.
that's what you were going to save.
No, unfortunately
yeah.
not.
Yeah, Matt Harvey made the team.
I'll say this. I love a good career arc. If Matt Harvey can find a way to become a
You can squeeze
fourth starter in a rotation for the next 5 years, I would love that.
Yeah, you can squeeze 5 years of.
I'll
big
officially
league
root
play.
for him. Because, man, again, I've brought him up a couple times on this show and some of the other shows, and people don't understand, man. He was a big deal. So that's good. Good for him. Good
It
for
was, and it went like beyond, like what he was doing on the field with the
Yeah.
Mets and stuff. Like it was just like,
Yeah, I mean,
the man.
it's currently at the point where, like, this would be a really cool turnaround for him. So I'll root
Yeah.
for Matt Harvey.
It was like right before social media did, like what it
Like,
was.
went, yeah.
And you could be like that kind of star. Now,
Yeah.
like kind of everybody can be a little bit of a star.
I mean, he
but-
was every, like, Rangers fan cam with a different model. Like, he was the guy. Harvey days for the Mets were big. He makes the Orioles. That's pretty cool. Check out Talking Baseball in a little bit. A little announcement coming on. Do we have any ads for this? We're good?
no ads today.
Okay, well, Talking Baseball in a little bit. The whole baseball channel. My God. Chris Rose is killing it. Hate
Another
it.
great ep today. Listen to
I haven't listened yet. I'm excited.
Stephen Brault and Joe Musgrove.
I just fall in love with a new baseball player every week now because of Chris Rose's rotation. So go check that out. Football, Dory Jackson signs with the Giants. That was kind of rumored. Probably not national news, but
yeah, just good.
it's
offseason
exciting.
for
The Giants are having a fun offseason, and that's impactful here.
Yeah. They lose Kyler Fackrell, and that's what happens when you sign Galladay and Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson is the kindest eyes I've ever seen. If you look
Basketball.
at that picture
Ooh.
of him at the desk.
Yeah. Lonzo
Looks
Ball.
so
We
nice.
missed him before. Get me Lonzo Ball in the Knicks. I'm a Lonzo guy.
Yeah, I heard they're one of the Knicks people. I cleared my throat issues again.
Throat issues. BB throats.
One of the Knicks reporter type people was tweeting that like the Bulls are making a pretty big push,
Ooh.
which I guess makes sense. They kind of need a guy.
A guy.
So I don't think the Knicks are interested in being in a bidding war and having to give up more than they're willing to.
BBD.
Alonzo's the only guy they could get today that I think gets me like excited.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Future implications.
Circling back in the chat, I'm seeing some Sham Splat. I know we're trying to make Splat happen. Sham Scoop. Ooh, little burp. Sham Stuff. I like that. BBD, let's do, I mean, it's kind of the story. The men's tournament, and the women are playing too. Shout out my Huskies. I saw a comment in the chat from last week. Jamie Jarrett was asking about the bro of the night and if there can be lady bros, and yeah.
A lot of
Sister
lady
Jean
bros
recently, yeah. Jamie
Not as many
Jarrett,
as we should have.
my
But
girl, I think she bought some Jake Sucks gear recently, so
That's huge.
respect. Real, recognize real on that.
she nice spoken.
Lady Huskies, let's just keep getting dubs. Paige Bukers, Pagey Buckets, rolling. The next UConn great. Let's do the men's tournament, Sweet 16 this weekend. Today is the 25th. They're doing the Saturday games. I remember us talking about that from last week. You know, traditionally the tournament is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the final weekend is Saturday, Monday. This is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They're getting the nights on Monday, Tuesday, and the weekends are going to be packed. So we'll kind of run through it. We'll run through the schedule a little bit. Oregon State versus Loyola Chicago to open up. One of those teams is going to the Elite Eight. Man, Oregon State, their head coach was a big topic on our last podcast, or last show. We're more than a podcast. Wayne Tinkle is his name.
Yes, that one.
Wayne
Talked to a few
Tinkle.
coaches.
Had a few people reach out and were like, you were right. The Wayne Tinkle picture was worth it. It's a good sweat pick. It's a pretty
it's up
solid.
there on sweat picks.
It's a pretty solid sweat pick. Like some of the sweat picks look unreal. That's like as real as a sweat pick can look. So if you haven't seen that, Wayne Tinkle.
You can see yourself getting to that point.
These are the two coaches we talked the most about. Was it Wayne Tinkle versus Porter Moser?
Yeah.
Should we know players in this game? I don't think I know a single player.
Whatever
bad.
the Loyola kids are that we mentioned.
I don't think Loyola was the kids that we mentioned. I think that was the other team. I think that was the 15er. I think that was Oral Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Your leading scorer is E. Thompson. Let's get his first name. Ethan. He's got some nice lettuce. Okay.
I gotta look at this guy.
15.5 per. Go get it, Ethan. He put up 26 against OK State and Cade Cunningham. Yeah, I like that. Go get it, young man. So watch out for Ethan Thompson. He leads the team in assists, too.
You know, I've said a lot in my life that you can always tell if somebody isn't named Ethan.
Okay.
And this guy, I think, is breaking that rule.
You're going with
It's been
Ethan.
kind of a hard rule in my life.
Firm rule for you.
Yeah.
The
It's
Ethan
kind of
thing.
making me rethink my life.
I've got a buddy named Ethan who's a pretty pathetic loser.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say that's what I think. I want to think of Ethan's. but-
Shout out Ethan. And BBD, so there is a miss, and I'm glad I clicked on this. This guy's been he's been a partial storyline of the tournament. He can go next level. Loyola Chicago big man Cameron Krutwig. He's a big guy, big burly guy with a big old beard. No, he's got kind of a nasty mustache. You might have seen him. He was on the internet this weekend.
What's the last name?
Krutwig.
Is it? Oh, he's the guy that looks really old.
Big guy, not in phenomenal shape, gross mustache.
I think every college basketball team has a guy that looks like that.
Yeah, he's it's
Some
a lot.
teams they get more minutes than others, but
He's leaning into it.
no, I like that guy.
Looks like Loyola Chicago is a 6.5 point fave. Holy smokes, Oregon State is incredible against the spread this year. So is Loyola. So, I don't know. Bet at your own risk, I guess. That's fun. Either of those teams, you're happy they make it to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
It's really cool for both of them, the 12-seat Beavs. So that's the 2:40 game. The game after that is maybe the marquee matchup of the day. It's Baylor versus Villanova. V for Villanova. V for victory. This Baylor team is the team I have winning it all. Again, wouldn't bet your life on that. And Villanova, man, Jay Wright is kind of an all-time college coach at this point.
They've won.
And he's still
Won
going.
2 natties in certainly within the last 10 years. Don't remember exact years since they won the first one, so it's technically like 7.
You're there.
Yeah.
Couple
They've
natties.
done some winning.
Done some winning.
Gotten some guys to the league.
Robinson Earl is their leading scorer, sophomore forward. He's had a pretty big tournament so far for Villanova. And Butler, man, Baylor. Not the Butler Bulldogs, the Baylor Bears. BBB. BBD, people are saying. That should be a great game. This game tips off at 5:15 Saturday. That's exciting. Might be a little lubed up for that one. Have a couple afternoon beers. I don't know.
On paper, is that the most interesting?
Have a spike
game this
seltzer,
weekend?
BBD. I know you're a seltzer guy.
I am a seltzer guy.
I don't know about the weekend. I think for this day, the game that rivals it would be Houston-Syracuse. Syracuse is kind of rolling in their program. So I don't know. Villanova-Baylor, I don't really need to hype that one up. I guess I'm secretly rooting for Baylor because I have them winning my bracket, but I also don't care.
No, that's not really a secret.
I'm rooting for a good game. How about that? So how about that? Take Villanova +7. Good game. Gambling pot all of a sudden. The 7 p.m. game, which again, I think the schedule makers can do a little bit of funny business to get the best matchups they want, is Oral Roberts versus Arkansas. So, I mean, man, I guess if I got to make any game a good game, it's that one. Because, I mean, that's real March Madness. 15 seed Oral Roberts from Tulsa. This is the team with the 2 guys that we harped on last week, Abness and O'Banner. Couple vowel last names. Abness puts up 24.5 per night. O'Banner's a stud. He's been having a huge tourney. Who's Arkansas got? Moody? Moses Moody.
Yeah.
Hoorah. You can have a game, Moses. He hasn't had a huge tournament so far, but he's been efficient. So I like that about Moses Moody. Who's Arkansas's head coach? Any idea?
Could be literally anybody.
Basketball. I hope it's a name I know. Okay, Eric Musselman. Wow. 4 seasons at Nevada. I think he was an NBA head coach for a little bit. Let me see. I don't really care enough.
He former head coach of the Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors.
Look at that.
Between head coaching stints, served as an assistant coach for the Grizzlies.
Dude,
He's done some of everything.
this doesn't get talked about enough.
Oh, he was.
Look at this guy's coaching career and then think about, like, he's had to move and live all of these places.
He's
1989.
been an assistant for Chuck Daly and Doc Rivers.
It's kind of cool. 1989, the year I was born. The Rapid City Thrillers. Bang. Minnesota T-Wolves. Back to the Rapid City Thrillers / the Florida Beach Dogs. Okay. A Florida Beach Dogs jersey. Gonna have to see this. That feels like a Bobby Skinner jersey. Yeah, I don't know if they have them. I'm seeing a t-shirt that actually looks fun. The Florida Beach Dogs.
I googled just Florida Beach Dogs, and it's a lot of pictures of cute dogs.
A lot
in
of,
Florida
yes.
on
You do
beaches.
get images of actual dogs on the beach, which is nice. Okay. The Florida Sharks, again, not familiar. Orlando Magic, Atlanta Hawks assistant. Golden State Warriors head coach. Memphis Grizzlies assistant. Sacramento Kings head coach. Reno Bighorns. Los Angeles Defenders. Arizona State assistant. LSU associate head coach. Nevada, Arkansas. The past 30 years, this dude's lived in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different cities. Every 2 years, this guy moves to a new city. That's crazy, man. factor in family and crap like that. It's insane. So
South Dakota, Minnesota, Florida, Georgia, going states, California, Tennessee, Nevada, California again, Arizona, Louisiana, Arkansas. 9 states.
it's moving. That's moving around. Some people haven't been to 9 states. So Villanova Baylor looking like the best game. Let's hope this is the best game and Oral Roberts becomes the Cinderella story of Cinderella stories. Sorry, Arkansas.
3 seeds don't do anything.
Yeah,
Hammer
BBD's
Oral.
3 seeds. Oh. BBD's 3 seed series that they never do anything. Interested in that. Go Oral Roberts. You got to believe in something. And then the night game Saturday, Syracuse versus Houston Cougars. Boeheim versus Kelvin Sampson. Couple good coaches. Houston's a pretty good basketball program, man. They used to bully UConn and the rest of the AAC for a few years. Quentin Grimes gets buckets for them, 18 a night. Junior guard from the Woodlands, which is right outside of Houston. How about that? And Buddy Boeheim is the leading scorer for Syracuse. Jim's son. FaceTimed my mom and my sister last night. Saw my nephew. Middle name Fox. You like that?
Fox, same as the animal, correct?
Fox, same as the animal.
Suppose for a name, I could have seen a world where they go double X's or something. but
Ooh.
that could have been excessive.
That would have been illicit. Part of that is my sister's big X-Files fan. And Fox Mulder was one of the lead characters in that, played by David Duchovny. Anyways.
I think they nailed the name. I don't know if
Susan.
you said it, so I won't.
Yeah, I
but
still don't know the rules, and I don't care, and I'm sure they don't care, but middle name Fox. I can leak that.
going middle name Fox and a fairly traditional first name to balance it.
Fox. My sister went to Syracuse, so we talked about the game a little bit. She said Syracuse has been excited. The town. Their lead assist guy, his name's Joseph Girard III. And when
Yeah.
you type it out, it looks like Joseph Girardi.
Yeah, every time I see it, I think it says Joe Girardi.
So that's kind of funny. He's got a nice little college goatee. Good for him. So, yeah, I mean, we're kind of rooting Syracuse at this point, right? Underdogs, 11 seed. Buddy Boeheim. They've been making all their threes. That 2-3 zone shows up come March. BBD?
Jared in the chat. Probably 6 dudes on Houston that could all take my girlfriend if they wanted to.
Ooh. How about
Got
that?
me.
Hot boy team in Houston? Because then I'm kind of rooting for that. We'll see. That's the late night game, 9:55 tip-off for all you late night sports junkies. So probably a lot of people listening to this. The Sunday slate will be Creighton versus Gonzaga is the early game, the 2:10. How about that? Little afternoon tip. Gonzaga was the tournament favorite coming in. They still are. Kispert is their guy. Little white boy swag. I don't think there's another way to label it. He's got a little bit of bounce, headband, All-American. Part of my soul doesn't like him. Part of my soul knows if I was him, I'd probably be just like him. Does that make sense? Timmy is their other big man. He's really good. Suggs at guard. Gonzaga's stacked. Creighton. I think McDermott's dad is still the head coach.
I think so.
Are they both Dougs?
I believe his dad is not named
Not a Doug?
I have their roster page
McDermott, head coach.
up.
Let's see.
Greg.
Greg McDermott. Okay. And I Googled McDermott head coach, and Sean McDermott, Bill's head coach, came up. So, how about that? What up, Buffalo? Creighton leading scorer Zagorowski. Oh, he's a little lefty point guard. I watched a couple of his games. He is a classic college guard. Just tough, gets a bucket whenever your team needs it. He's good, man. Peyton Siva vibes, maybe? Louisville?
Ooh. Like that.
I'm going to have to compare their stats after this. Not that it works that way, but Creighton, give the Zags a game, but I still want Gonzaga to look good. Like, I kind of want them to be Gonzaga's year, Final Four, and then they lose to Baylor. That's that game. Let's see. Following that is Florida State, Michigan. Couple good sports schools. Is that the game of the day? Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah. Florida State, their team is always stacked. Really good head coach. Gray is their leading rebounder. That dude's thick. I like him. MJ Walker at guard. Michigan's leading scorer and rebounder is Dixon. Classic guy you hate on a college basketball team. 7 foot. Nothing to the haircut. A little bit of back hair. A little bit of chest hair. He's like a man-child.
Like the way
literally.
college jerseys fit, that all is like peeking out.
Everything's just loose, and you don't like it. He's the guy that you talk yourself into at the next level, and he's just like not quick enough. He's Kaminsky.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Big Ten fans, because Michigan and Wisconsin, they probably don't like that comp.
No.
Yeah, he's like around. Like, he'll be around, but he won't be good.
He doesn't change your
I don't know.
team.
Like a bench big on a good team. Michigan, Florida State. Michigan's the favor in that, 2.5. This should be a really good game. Florida State plays a good brand of basketball, a lot of talent. Michigan's low-key stacked. 3-1 seed still going? Okay. Let's see it. That should be a good game. How about Alabama, UCLA? That's the 7-15er. The Crimson Tide and head coach Nate Oates. They're still doing it. They look so good. Did you watch any of the Bama game? I think it was the Monday night. So I think it was after Wake and Jake. They played... Who did they play? They made like every shot. They embarrassed someone at the party. And I think it was a traditional college like power. Who was it? It's Alabama versus it's a Big Ten school. I can look this up so easily. Maryland. Because this would have been UConn, Maryland, and I was on.
So they were gonna play.
On that. They beat Maryland 96-77. It wasn't as close as that. I think at one point it was like 77-40 something. Let me see if I can get it. Barry Palm the dip.
Hey guys.
Let's see. At one point it was 72-49. They were on fire from 3. It was kind of insane to watch. I don't know. This is a 2-11 game. Let me see their percentages from that last game. Yeah, 16 of 33 from 3. Made all their free throws. I kind of like their head coach, I've decided, Nate Oates. Good name. 4 letters each way. Nate Oates. Tough name to get wrong. Nate Oates. And he's got like a good coaching career building up. And I think he might start getting an offensive mastermind kind of thing. His teams shoot threes, but they make them. Like they made them in Buffalo, and now they're making them in Alabama.
Shooting whisperer.
So yeah, he might be like, if you get anything from this, JJR, maybe it's Nate Oates. Might be a future real deal head coach, whether that's college or maybe pros. I don't know. Ad for Nate Oates. So let's see.
Nate Oates was on the Mayflower.
Yeah, it could have been. Wouldn't shock me. Would not shock
Thanks,
me.
Al.
They're playing UCLA, UCLA, the Bruins, the 11 seed play-in game against Michigan State. They won that. They keep it moving. They beat Abilene Christian and BYU. I mean, they had to be, no offense to Abilene Christian, they had to be laughing by the time they faced them. They just beat Michigan State and BYU.
Yeah.
Mick Cronin's their head coach. If you're not familiar with him, I mean, hilarious, just angry little man. The dream, the American dream, bald. Was at Cincinnati for so long. Does UCLA have the brothers? There's a pair of brothers still left in this tournament. Is it UCLA?
The only college basketball brothers I can think of are the ones that are on Oklahoma State, but
It's the next game, BBD. That's my bad. So Alabama, UCLA, that's a 7 p.m. That feels a little weird. I mean, it's March Madness. That could easily be the best game of the weekend. We'll see. But BBD, the nightcap, Oregon, USC, a little left coast Pac-12 tourney basketball to go to the Elite Eight. That's fun.
6 versus 7.
6 versus 7. How about the West Coast elitist, former roommate Jeff's Ducks, SCO Ducks? Oregon didn't have to play their first game, if you remember that, and then they beat up on Iowa 95-80. That game was never really close. USC, speaking of embarrassing people at the party, they rolled up on Kansas 85-51. And BBD, USC has the Mobley brothers.
Oh yeah, there are two. I was looking at their roster the other night, and I didn't realize Evan Mobley had a brother.
Evan Mobley projected to be one of the top picks in the draft, if not top 2. His brother Isaiah Mobley has been balling as well. He's averaging 16 and 7. His brother in the tournament. So the Mobley Bros, that's fun. You always got to root for a pair of brothers come tournament time. And they're facing Oregon, and Oregon's kind of got a weird story this year. I think they had injuries. This is like the first time they've been healthy all year. Rothstein had a silly tweet a couple weeks back when there was a big sports event going on, and he's like, why is nobody talking about Oregon? And now they're really good. So I don't know. USC is the favorite, 2.5 points. This game's lining up to be good. It's going to be tough, man. This is a 9:45 Sunday night tip. That's tough. After a weekend of basketball, that's a tough investment. So how about one of you teams has a dominant first half? That's what we're rooting for. So people can go to bed on the East Coast. Maybe record Talking Knicks. So yeah, Mobley Bros, that's probably what you need to know going into that game. The Ducks coach is Dana. Oregon head coach, Dana. I was blank on his last name. Dana Altman. He's been good. Oregon's been a really good basketball program the last little while. So I don't know. Root for Ducks because everybody likes Oregon. Fun unis. Green, yellow, black, gray.
They always do something funky with their court. Doesn't matter for this.
Doesn't matter for this, but we support that. And then, the Mobley Bros. So that's the weekend slate of college basketball. I plan on watching a lot of it. Didn't watch a lot because we were in Savannah. Bananas shirt ad. So I'm excited.
New vlog or whatever you
New
call that
vlog
video.
up, yeah.
Vlog.
DJ Jazzy Zach went to work again. He's been running him ragged. Looks weak. Feeble.
I think he has to watch you open another package.
Dark energy. Yeah, I've still got that package sitting on the desk. Got to do that later. Zach's the best. We love him. You touched him yesterday.
Yeah, he on my way out, we bumped fists.
Like that a lot. All right. That's we kind of did what we're watching this weekend. Maybe we'll have something else.
My brother's coming home this weekend, so we'll probably be doing a lot of the shooty hoops.
The BBD Bros. So you're in for the USC then?
Yeah.
The Mobleys. The Mobleys and the Mendelsons. The M&M brothers.
Like, I had dreams of us both being on the Yankees at some point.
Oh, yeah. Still hope.
Yeah. Can still happen.
Big swings.
And if I just start swinging harder.
I hate how good guys are at baseball. I hate it.
And when you think about, like the best player you ever played with or against, and it's like, oh, well, they
don't even compare.
like didn't get a D1 offer. And those D1 guys also stink when you get to.
Yeah, not great. That's the sports. Enough of me and BBD sulking in our own tears. Brother BBD, Zach shout-outs, Chris Rose rotation, talking baseball coming up. Let's do the comment of the day, Bakers. You guys are the best. The YouTube channel keeps growing. Subscribe, leave a comment, leave a review, hit the like button. It all helps. Podcast, all of it. Facebook machine. Got a couple good comments. I mentioned Jamie Jarrett. She shouted out Paige Buckets, Paige Bukers. I'd love to give her a Lady Bro of the night. Yukon is a title town, so we're going to save that for then because I plan on them cutting down the nets. So I'm going to save that. Austin Brown left an interesting comment. We were doing some contract stuff, BBD. He said, should MLB draft contracts be similar to NBA? There's no service time in years. It's wholly dependent on when they were drafted. He's saying if service time were a thing in NBA, there's no way OKC would have Poku playing any minutes this year.
They'd have stashed him.
It's tough, man.
I mean, sometimes they do some degree of funny business in NBA. Like, you can draft and stash a guy.
Yeah, overseas.
And like the Magic got Okiki because he was going to be out the year, and they got him to agree to, like, not be a rookie till this year.
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, this is how I phrased it last time, and you'll hear me say it more. The older you get, the more you get into the CBA stuff because it does dictate a lot.
Baseball, to an extent, it happens because you have to, like, from when you're drafted a certain number of years, and you have to be added to the 40-man, and that's like the whole Rule 5 thing.
Yeah.
But it's not the same thing.
And I just don't think you could tie it to the draft because, I mean, you've got 18-year-olds that get picked and 22-year-olds that get picked.
In the same
that
thing. And the international guys.
Like, what are the rules? Is it
like
6 years? Because then you're going to have 22-year-olds hit free agency at 28 and 18-year-olds hit it at 24. You're going to have guys, like, not do college baseball anymore.
You're going to be able to be, like, right when you were ready to be in the show.
That's where it gets tricky. I mean,
I know for Rule 5 stuff, I think it is different rules. Like, if you're drafted out of college,
right,
you only have to go, like, 4 years before you have to be added, and high school, it's 5, I think.
And there's definitely ways to do it.
Trevor can correct us immediately.
Yeah, it really shows how crazy it is because you need to think of all the different examples and stuff, and it's just not easy. So it's going to be interesting after this baseball season to track that. Tom Nelligan said, I'm excited for your men's hockey bracket later this week. Who do you have going to the Frozen Four? I'm going to assume Denver might be in there. They're good.
Is there a team in Minnesota?
One of the Minnesota teams, sure. Sometimes Michigan or
somebody in
Boston,
New York or something.
Yeah, one of those.
Don't know who's there.
Union.
So that's tough.
Dated a Union girl for a little bit. Flex.
Schenectady.
She hates me. So we'll check in on that. And yeah, those are the comments of the day, I think. A lot of algorithm in there, a lot of Wayne Tinkle, Maggie Spivey Faulkner, Tobias. There's no way that picture isn't edited. So thank you, Bakers. We love you guys. You're the best. Leave a comment, and you might be the next comment of the day. BBD, let's do Bro of the Night. Again, saving Pagey buckets. I'm going to do mine quick, BBD, and you had it written in the news. I'm giving it to Lance McCullers Jr. Got the bag to a degree, 5 years, $85 million. What's that per year? Like 17?
17 and change.
Something like that. Lance McCullers Jr. has been an interesting little baseball journey. His dad was an MLB player, so whenever you see the dad-son stuff, that's pretty cool. Got to be honest. Like, that's tough to live up to, and you did. And then he got what? He got TJ after 2018 or maybe early 2019. He missed the 2019 season. And And I don't know, he was kind of famous for, he threw, 22 straight curveballs against the Yankees in the playoffs coming out of the pen.
Yeah, he became their like swing guy on that run.
And yeah, I mean, he's been low-key really good. Before Tommy John, he was 3.67 ERA and 83 career starts, more than a K per inning. He was another Astros personality guy. It was kind of like Correa was the dude, and then McCullers was almost, like, I hate to say B-Squad Correa, but he kind of was.
Yeah.
He's kind of come off
Did it
of
on
that.
the pitcher end a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of come down on that. He does a lot of stuff with Pitch Ninja now. He seems like a really cool dude. I'm sure we're going to link up with him at some point. He pitched 55 innings last year, 11 starts, a 3.93. I don't know. He was solid. He looked like himself. And then he gets the bag, and it's an interesting thing, and it's so easy for us to sit here and say, like, if Lance McCullers went out and pitched this year to his career numbers, and he was, a 3.7 ERA, 30 starts, 150 innings, blah, 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 I think he could have got more than this on the open market. But
He did it another year.
he also
Security.
could have got hurt. Something bad could have happened. He could have got rocked this year. He could have just lost it. And he's like secure for
any
life.
of those things happen, then he gets nowhere near this.
No, then you're doing 1-year chances, and if they don't pay off,
Yeah.
like, you're not set for life.
He is young enough that he probably could have done the 1-year thing, and because he still would have been a free agent before 30.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
I mean,
get it.
turns 28 in October, so yeah, if he shoved this year and hit free agency, he could have gotten a lot more. But also, there's a comfort
How much
factor.
more, really?
If he's comfortable in Houston,
Tax stuff.
sure,
Texas is
some
cool.
tax stuff. He, good for him, man. Good for him. He got the bag going into the season. That's got to feel pretty good, and hopefully, it empowers them. More teams should do this. Pay guys, take a chance on them, and like, a couple might not pay off, but I bet a few do. Like, that's the whole Indians thing right now. Jose Ramirez, like, he's got a crazy team-friendly deal. Like, if you do it right, you do it right. And if you do it wrong, like, there's a couple contracts out there, and I won't throw anybody under the bus right now, but it doesn't hurt your team if you do it with guys when they're kind of younger, because it's not as big of a number.
You're giving them a little bit of security, and if it doesn't work out, that isn't going to be the thing that cripples you.
Like, as long as McCullers is in the rotation for them, this is a decent contract. And he should be.
Yeah.
And he should even be good. So,
Worst case, it's you paid him too much, but I don't think it can be a disaster.
I guess we'll see. But Lance McCullers Jr., shout out. He's got some good flow going right now. He just posted it on the Twitter sphere. So I'll give him some love for that. And it was funny. Trev was on his train and he's off, and maybe now he's back on. So
Yeah, Trev's come around on like every Astro.
some flip flops. BBD, who's yours?
My brother night is Frank Kaminsky.
About that.
Dude, he started each last 2 years, 13 games, playing a lot. And this year, I hadn't looked at his numbers. He's shooting 40% from 3
That's buckets.
on 2 attempts a game. Limited minutes, 15 minutes a night. Just having a nice year. Suns are good. They lose last night. But we kind of bashed him a little early, so I'll give him some love.
So it's full circle. I like
So good.
that.
And I'll go quick lady bro. It's Grammy's birthday.
Whoa!
She told me she is not excited.
Happy birthday, Grammy. What's the number?
88.
88. It's a good number.
Yeah, it's a good number.
It's a
I
good
tried to tell her
number.
that.
Grams.
She said I don't care if it's an easier number to remember. I want it to be smaller.
Yeah.
I said, well, that's got bad news, Graham. That's not
Yeah.
how numbers work.
It's tough, Grams. That's tough. Happy birthday, Grams. Lady Bro, and Kaminsky, who accidentally got in my wake earlier, and I'm sorry about it.
Kyle Lowry's birthday might be leaving.
Ooh, a birthday trade, they'll say. Passing bomb. Passing John Boy bomb.
Jay Bruce out.
Jay Bruce out of
Talk
the
me.
Yankees.
Opted out, or like the Yankees
Yankees said
are not doing it. Oh, nice.
Who tweeted it?
Cuddy.
Cuddy. Interested.
Yesterday was the day he could trigger the opt-out.
Source familiar with the Yankees thinking believe what? That doesn't look like a full report.
Thinking they will let...
Source familiar with Yankees thinking believes they will let Jay Bruce walk. I don't know. I don't think I can officially
That's-
report that.
Yeah.
It would make sense, but we'll see.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah. John Boy passing breaking news. When you want to believe in something, you're going to believe in it.
Oh, we got her an ice cream cake. There's a very good ice cream shop near us that does that does cool cakes, and maple walnut ice cream is her favorite. So that's one of the
Ooh.
flavors, and I think vanilla's the other half or something.
Maple
traditional.
walnut will sneak up on you. It's a
It's
decent
good.
flavor.
It's I would never pick it.
Yeah.
But every time I've had it, because she got it, it's oh yeah, this is good.
Every time you stumble into maple walnut, pretty good flavor. BBD, anything else to watch? Deadline's at 3 p.m. today. We did college basketball. Sure, there'll be some new NBA guys in new jerseys this weekend. Maybe check that out. Basketball weekend and rest up
Yeah.
because it's
Baseball's
opening day
soon.
next week.
Maybe next week we do Awake and Jake on Friday instead. Messes with people's schedule a little bit, but then we can do
Ooh,
an
little
opening day recap.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk
'Cause
about it.
Thursday's gonna be jammed. I forget we had some ideas for stuff to do Friday.
Maybe
too, so.
Wednesday too. We got options.
Yeah.
We got options. We'll see how it develops. You guys are the best bakers. I love you. So much stuff. That bottom line of Wake and Jake has gotten longer as it
comical.
goes. Yeah, it's becoming a comedy show. I can't wait till it's two-tiered. Maybe we'll just start putting it over me eventually.
It'll probably have to go
I
back
like
to just
that.
what came out today, but that's
That's not fun.
yeah.
We'll start putting it over me. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
We'll get a layer.
Maybe we can get that bottom area.
I'm going to read them left to right. Compound, Ian Happ, JJR yesterday, great up. New GM files, Talking Giants is rolling. Sequence with Trevor Plouffe and Brian Dozier. Talking Knicks is out. Talking Yanks is out. Laughs from the Past is rolling. New season, go check that out. We're stoked. Talking baseball in a minute. Chris Rose rotation with special guests Joe Musgrove and Stephen Brault. Talking Nets is around.
I'm sure they did something. We had Joe's on Talking Yanks yesterday. Check out Pinstripe Strong too.
Pinstripe Strong.
Talking Yanks PPPs are done. They're all scheduled.
We got Watchins and stuff are still coming out. Mansplain came out yesterday, I think. There's
I
so
think
much
so.
stuff.
They did a draft.